Valley Club, Titus Blackplume, the latest fusion character, looks absolutely busted. In the right combos, huge amounts of damage, and in this video, we're gonna talk about his fusion event. The schedule was just released, and in this video, we're gonna help you avoid some of the pitfalls that you might run into if you're going for this fusion. So you're ready to see what to do, what to avoid. You know what to do, Valley Club. Find that like button, and let's go smash it. Welcome back to the ValleyFlyin Raid channel. I am ValleyFlyin. I hope you're having an excellent day. And if you're like myself, going for this fusion, there are some pitfalls that you want to avoid. We're going to talk about them in this video and why Titus Blackplume is such a beast, why he's going to be absolutely busted when he comes to the game if player makes no changes to what is going on right now. If you get some value from this video, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and ring the notification bell so you know as soon as a brand new raid video goes up. At least 6 pieces of raid challenges counted every single week on this channel. But let's go into the game. Titus has been added this morning, and there's some clarification on a few things that I was confused about. One is this A1 skill, because what it does say, 40% chance of placing a blocked active skills debuff for 2 turns, cannot be resisted if this champion is under a shield debuff or buff. So you want a lot of shield buffs on him. So he doesn't need that accuracy. But the confusing part was this: whenever ally counterattacks, teams up with allies to attack or instantly activate skills, also has a 40% chance of placing a block active skills debuff for 2 turns on the target enemy, which would indicate that he would need some accuracy. But clarification, this is based on the allies doing their attack. So the allies will have a 40% chance, 60% when fully booked, to place this blocked active skills debuff. So that is a lot better than we initially thought. But the big thing here is this. This is the attack. So he's gonna attack one enemy, always critical if this champion is under shield buff. Also gains damage boost equal to the value of the shield, which means that if he has a big shield, huge damage numbers, and we did see some huge damage numbers from some playtesting that some curators have done, and that this was clarified by Plarium that they're not going to nerf Titus. This is a very strong skill. I think there have been champions with similar skills that had gotten this nerfed in the past, but Plarium said this was intended. They realized what this is going to do. Now, this doesn't mean that this is still going to work like the test server, because a lot of this was based on Wixwell. Wixwell can increase shields pretty big. He has a 75%, he has that big AoE attack, and then the value of the shield on all this increase the value of all shield and allies. The value of the shield is increased proportional to the total number of buff which had their duration increase. So this is a great one for increasing the value of the shield. There's some other characters that can do it, not as effective as Wixwell. So they said they're not going to nerf Titus, but he didn't say anything about Wixwell. I think previously when Wixwell came out, it's like there's some strong combos with this, and instead of doing anything to Wixwell, like they said, they were not going to nerf him. They nerfed the amount of shields that you can place. So maybe they're not going to nerf Titus. Maybe they will nerf Wixwell. And while Titus looks great, there are some pitfalls for his fusion event. Before we get into some of these pitfalls, I do want to remind you guys about the PlayStation 5 contest, the giveaway that we're doing right now. The winner will be drawn on July 8th, and all you need to do is go to that Gleam link, start off a brand new account. And the great thing is, you're getting off to one of the best starts in Raid. So whether you're starting off a second account, whether you're starting a new account, or whether you're sharing one of these links with your buddies to start off that play with you, you can win a PlayStation 5 if you use that link up there. The instructions are going to be on Gleam out there, but the basic thing is you're going to get off to one of the best starts in Raid and potentially win a PlayStation 5. You're going to Karato Fox into right off the bat. You get another legendary right off the bat with one of these codes. Tholen is a great legendary. 3 more epic characters, and then right now there's a calendar for Lemonisi the Goldwing. So 3 legendaries, 3 epics, and if you use that Gleam link, you can potentially win a PlayStation 5 as well. But let's move on to our plan of attack for this fusion event. And this is a mixed fusion event. So you're going to need to do some fragment summons for this guy, Gom Yellowhorn, 4 of them. And then you're going to need to fuse them all into this Titus section here. So this is what it's going to look like here. You need 4 of these. Once you get to the 5 stars, fully ascended, level 50, you could, if you have 4 of them at that level, you can fuse Titus, which is the great character there. So on this plan of attack, you're gonna need, what resources you need? You're gonna need some gems. You're gonna need a lot of energy. You're gonna need at least 1,000 gems. You're gonna need a lot of energy for this dragon tournaments, spider tournaments, not so much classic arena, but a lot of these dungeon divers events will require a lot of energy. So you need to have a lot of energy saved up, a lot of gems saved up. 1,000 gems is a pretty good level, or you could have a bunch of energy. I think like 2,000 energy plus a bunch of gems, but yeah, lots of energy and gems saved up. Also, you're gonna need some silver. There are some gear enhancement events, 1, 2, 3 of them throughout this summon, throughout this fusion. So they're at about 15 to 16 million each. It is based on the level that you get, not the amount of silver that you spend. So there's some RNG in this, but about 15 million for each of these. So 45,000 silver total saved up would help you get through a lot of this. But if you have about 20, that should get you through most of the events. If you don't have as much silver like I do, I don't have as much silver saved up. That just means you're probably gonna have to spend more energy or more gems to collect more silver during these gear enhancement events. So yeah, I'm kind of playing catch up with a lot of these events, so I'm really never able to really fully prepare for these events. But silver is what you need, and then because you need to get more GOM up to this ascendancy, 5-star ascendancy, you're gonna need 80 greater potions and 24 superior potions of these void levels, because this is the void champion here. So that is what you're gonna need going into this. Now, this dragon tournament is starting on a weird time because we have a dungeon divers event starting tomorrow. So you might want to just do the champion training, get your champions ready for for food, because you're gonna need at least 16 4-star chickens or 4-star food champions that are like chickens themselves for this. So 16 of them for each of these, because you need to get him up to level ascended star level 5. So that will be up to level 40, and then 4 of these champions get him up to the next star level, and then level 50 for the actual fusion. And then you're gonna need those void potions for getting him his ascendancy up, that 5-star ascendancy. So that's what you're gonna need to get. So you can start to prepare some of these chickens right now for GOM, Yellow Hand. But I think the big pitfall comes from the summon rush that is starting tomorrow. And the big pitfall of that is because there's a double chance of getting epics and legendaries from primal shards, but nothing about the mythical characters. Now, you do have a higher chance, a 10% chance, 10x chance of getting Karato from these primal shards. But if we go into these rates for it, like I said, great for epics and legendaries, but you're gonna get 2% chance for legendaries, you're gonna get a 32% chance for epics, which is great for these primal shards, but still only a 0.5% chance for mythical characters. Now, these ancient, void, and primal shards are getting some progressive drops, but the rates of these characters are not increasing. So you might want to skip this summon rush, because there is other ways that you get some of these fragments for GOM if you skip this summon rush. So we go back to this infographic here. We see another summon rush starting a few days after this summon rush. So this looks like this is gonna start on Tuesday, July 8th. And instead of 25 fragments, there are gonna be 50 available fragments. So if you're willing to test your luck, you may want to go, instead of this summon rush as well, because instead of 25, and then 25 from the Champ Chase, which is coming next Friday, you might be able to get all 50, depending on what they have going on. I'm assuming there's gonna be some kind of progressive drop going on. I don't know if there's a double chance for this. So I think what I'm gonna do, just because I'm creating content, I would not recommend this for everyone. During the summon rush, I think I'm gonna open some primal shards. It's not a good rate for getting a mythical character, but because the rate of epics and legendaries is higher, I might do that here, see what's going on for this summon rush, and then potentially skip this champion chase tournament. Now, the difference between summon rush and these champion chase, you're getting points for the shards that you open, the quality of the shards that you open with this summon rush. With this champ chase, you're getting points for the champs that you get from the tournament. So if you open a bunch of sacred shards and all you get is epics, well, not scoring a lot of points. But if you open maybe 2 sacred shards, you get 2 legendaries, well, you're scoring a lot more points. The other thing that counts during this is fusion. So if, for example, last champion chase, I fused Tatsu if we have these characters, I might fuse. I'm definitely going to fuse this because that means we'll be done. But I think what I'm going to do is fuse this guy Wenrin during this. That's another epic champ for that champ chase. That's another 250 points. I believe the legendaries are 500 points. If you have ready these characters, you can start to get these ready during the champion training that's going on right now. So you could fuse a Relic Keeper and a Broad Maw for the champion chase tournament. 250 points for each epic, 500 for each legendary. If you don't have Rosin, you might want to fuse him as well. Or if you're like myself and have a champion that you have for a fragment summon, you might want to wait to actually, if you're holding it, didn't open there during the clan versus clan, you definitely want to open this during the champ chase tournament. So any other champions that you have the fragments for, hold off until the champ chase tournament, because the quality of the champ does matter that you get, not necessarily the what you opening with. The rest of these, the classic arena 1 and 2 should be pretty easy. The Ice Golem, Fire Knight, Spider, and the Dragon should all be pretty easy. It is just a matter of time and energy that you spend. And if you're further along than I am, then you could score points faster on this. Stage 20 on all these dungeons is going to be the most efficient place to farm these as far as energy used and the points that you're getting for these tournaments. The champ training event, we have it going on right here, so you might want to. We have a champ training event going on. So during this champ chase, if you are fusing these characters, you might want to hold off on fusing these characters until we get to this champion chase event, and then you can start to train these on these last few days here. So you could kind of double up efficiency, yeah, that'll be good. That's 250 points for each of these. So that could be 750 points if you get all of these. If you have 3 ready to go. You might not have 3 ready to go because it looks like the third one will be right here, unless you do this summon rush and getting extra points for this. So you can get a bunch of points for this if you're holding off and fusing your noms. Also, the dungeon divers, just a lot of silver. Actually, a lot of grinding that you're gonna need. These gear enhancement events is what you're gonna need for the silver. But yeah, I'm thinking the better strategy, if you're not gonna open anything during this and not gonna worry about the champ chase, you can do this summon rush here. Now, we don't know a lot of details, so it is a risk. It may be easier, maybe a lot harder to get the points for this summon rush, to get all of these shards for Gnom, but it may be harder, maybe easier. It is a risk out here. And then the big thing right here, we have a Karosa's tournament. I hope this is not super grindy. We don't have a dungeon divers going on during this Karosa event. We do have some overlap with the spider tournament on the second dungeon divers and the Fire Knight for this dungeon divers. And then we have some overlap with the dragon and some ice golem for this dungeon divers, but nothing for this Karosa event. So this one could be challenging. If you are going for this summer rush down here, that means that you could skip 2 events up here and still get that fusion here. There's a total of 450 fragments for a Gnom. You need 400 of them to complete this event. So that is a strategy here. The big pitfalls is going to be during the summer rush that's starting tomorrow. Watch what you're doing with this. You might not want to open your primal shards. You might want to save them. There's a progressive drop for your sacreds, your ancients, and your voids. You might want to use them here, but you might want to save them for this champ chase tournament, or just gamble and see if this the next summon rush that is coming up on Tuesday is gonna give you a little better odds. And then maybe you just, instead of opening some shards here and here, maybe just open it all during this and then get 50 shards during one event instead of having to separate it over 2 events. This Titus event, more difficult than some previous fusions that we've had over the past few months. But yeah, if they don't nerf him, Wixwell doesn't get nerfed, it's gonna be very strong and very much worth it. I don't have Wixwell yet, but I'm hoping for him. I do have Bambus, who can increase some shields. Not as good, not as reliable. It's based on the positive effects on the enemies, so might not increase it a lot, but I'm still going for this guy. Let me know what you're doing. Are you skipping this fusion? Are you going for this fusion? Are you gonna skip the summon rush tomorrow and go for it on Tuesday? Or are you gonna try to get all of the points? Let me know what you're doing, Valley Club, in the comments. Hopefully you got some value from this video. And if you did, leave it a like. Make sure you check out that Gleam link for that PlayStation 5 contest where you could potentially win one for free. The Gleam link is down there. It's also in the description down there as well. But if you just want to start off a brand new raid account or give one to your friends, the link to start off a brand new raid account, get those 3 legendaries, 3 epics right off the bat is down in the description. I'll see you guys next time though. Have a great rest of your day. Good luck with the fusion. Hulk fist bump. ValleyFlyin out.